Hello, friends. Just thought I'd give a little bit of a long form about what's going on over here. So, like in three other short videos, yeah. Forces forging ahead. I'm not happy about it, but I'm also happy about it because it's like getting your manumission papers. um, he has been very abusive, um, emotionally. It didn't get to the physical, and I was afraid it was going to get there. Um, but basically, he abandoned abandoned me. He left the state, moved to another state to go live with his brother and cousin, who he helped come across the border when it was wide open. So he really just hates my guts because now I'm the only anchor he has to stay in the States. And with me gone, you know, ICE can come and snatch him up, his brother, his cousin, and everybody else that he helped cross the border when it was open. So with that going on, he wants to draw this out as long as possible. I don't want it drawn out. I just want it over. Like, sign the funky papers so we can get this over with. I don't want you. I don't want to be with you. I don't want anything to do with you. Just leave me and mine alone. But because he knows if he does that and he makes this process as quick as possible, he's back on the plane going back to the Middle East. He doesn't want that. He likes it here. He has a pretty decent life here, I guess. I don't know. I've only seen him a handful of times since he decided to leave the state. I don't know what else to do. Even when we were on good terms, he didn't support me at all. He didn't help me. He didn't care. I've been recovering from surgery, very invasive surgery at that. And I asked him to come and help me out because with this particular surgery, you can't do any heavy lifting. I can't even lift my cats. So there was none of that. So I really genuinely needed help. He didn't show up. He showed up 2 weeks later, and the only thing he wanted to do was like hump like rabbits. Like, bro, there's no, it, there's none of that happening. Um, Back when we used to live together, I was very, very sick. It was like maybe a flu type thing. So I had to take time from work, and he was not very kind to me. I should have known then that things were not going to go well. But we had already tied the knots, so I said, okay, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, maybe he just has a thing about sick people. You know, some people are just like, sick people, that's gross. Okay, I understand that. That's not a big deal. Why is there a lint on my neck? What's going on here? Anywho, but even so, you can still be kind. You know, like, hey, I'm home. You still alive? Yeah, I'm still alive. Okay. And then, like, left it there. He didn't do that. He acted like I didn't exist. And if I was trying to make myself, like, some soup or something, he would just, like, stay out of the house. I'm like, okay, maybe he doesn't want to get sick, whatever. I don't care. But still, you don't have to be mean about it. He was very mean. Eventually, I had to go to the hospital because my lungs weren't working. I went to the hospital. Um, they kept me for a few hours, gave me some breathing treatments, and checked my lungs and heart and stuff. And it was kind of intense because I'm a pretty healthy person. So I'm like, what the heck could be going on with me? And I got a text from him, and he was showing me a picture of the trash. I'm like, why? Like, why are you showing me a picture of the trash? And he's like, this is why I will never give you money. This is why I won't help you pay bills because look at this. Look at this. And I'm like, what am I looking at? And it was some old food that was no longer viable to eat. And I guess where he come from, even if it's 3 weeks old, if there's no mold on it, there's no hair on it, you eat it. Okay, we don't do that here. Um, so he's basically like completely upset about that, and I'm like, bro, I'm in the hospital right now. My lungs don't work. Like I literally can't breathe. What do you want from me? So it's that kind of stuff where it's just like, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. And then after that, um, I had to call my mom because this man is acting crazy, and she basically said, well, if he's not going to be a husband to you, he can't live in your home. And I said, okay. So my my brother, who's the size of a football player, 6'5", over 380, big dude. My That's my baby brother. So my brother, my mom, and my dad packed up all his ish and said, come get it and leave my daughter alone. And of course, I'm like brokenhearted because I found someone. I was with my person. And so I get home, and my dad's waiting on the guy to change the locks and all this stuff. And I'm just like completely overwhelmed because I'm like, this isn't supposed to be happening like this. What is going on? How do I recover from this? And all these other things.